This is TWiT.
Twitter launched today its meerkat killer called Periscope. Twitter paid nearly $100 million for Periscope in January. Periscope is like Meerkat, but it appears to perform better with a lag time of just a second or two, at least in my informal test this morning. Also, unlike Meerkat, Periscope doesn't use Twitter replies as the message system, so it doesn't spam your Twitter feed with all kinds of cryptic messages that only made sense during the streaming video. It also, Periscope videos can be streamed privately or publicly, are visible for 24 hours after streams end, and can be saved to the camera roll. Even though that functionality exists in Meerkat, it was really problematic and buggy and didn't really work very well for a few days after Meerkat launched. Lee, what do you think about Meerkat, Periscope, and all the rest? Are you into the live streaming phenomenon?
You know, when Meerkat first landed, which I guess was a couple of weeks ago now, I went to go sign up for it because, you know, my Twitter stream is basically all tech journalists, and we all sort of like,
yes,
it's like this constant stream of inside jokes going back and forth, and everybody immediately jumped on Meerkat, and the popularity just skyrocketed. And what kind of scared me about it is when you go to sign up for it, you have to grant the app Twitter permissions to interact with your account. And because of the way Twitter does its permission granularity, like the only way to use Meerkat is if you grant the app the ability to post tweets on your behalf, to modify your contacts list. It was like this big long list of like stuff that you have to be okay with the app doing. And being kind of conservative and kind of a weenie about my tech permissions, I was like, no, I don't know if I want to get involved in that. Plus, I mean, do you guys really want to watch a live stream of me sitting here in my underpants like doing tech news all day long? Because you know, because we don't have an office. I'm home officed here. So, you know, it'd be like really just me like drinking coffee and typing for like 12 hours straight.
In my experience, people want to see that. So I've been using Meerkat every day doing exactly that until recently.
In your boxers, Mike? You wearing your boxers?
No, not exactly. Not exactly. But still, I mean, maybe that would have helped. Maybe it would have hurt. Who knows? But I essentially did that this morning with Periscope, and it's a different ball. You know, Periscope seems to me to be a better version of Meerkat. Whether, you know, like you say, anybody wants to see this. I mean, you know, this is what the Wall Street Journal said about this is the fundamental problem with Meerkat and Periscope is that our lives are kind of boring, most of us, and who wants to see that kind of stuff? Now, of course, as with Meerkat, Periscope is iOS only for now, much to the chagrin of the Android community. And also, Meerkat announced, this is related news, $14 million in additional funding. It's not a lot of funding. They probably need a lot more if they're going to keep being popular, which they probably won't be now that Periscope is here. My feeling is that Meerkat will be forgotten about now that Twitter has Periscope up and running.